Welcome to the channel. This is Holden from Classroom Camp. It is the brand new 2025-26 school year. I'm here in my new classroom and I just want to give you my quick overall impressions of the year and share some experiences because I do believe that you can learn from others' experiences. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about how I feel about this year so far, especially compared to last year, so that maybe you can gain some insight of your own. Now, last year, I was in a Title I charter school. It was very challenging, and I spent 3 years in that school, and I switched to a school district in Texas. Texas is much different from Louisiana, and this school district it's not a Title I charter school. I mean, the entire demographic situation has changed. I won't go into all of that, but so it's a completely different setting, and there are a lot of things that I can say as far as impressions, all positive. Some things that I'm a little concerned about, but nothing necessarily negative right off the bat. And I want to address those concerns because I don't want to give the impression that anything is bad necessarily. My concern is that I'm going to have to work harder. I'm going to have to work a lot harder because, there's an environment here of professionalism, which is a positive that, is not willing to leave any student behind. And, there are certain policies, procedures, and state laws that are in place, which, makes it very, very important for us to reach all students and to include all students. Especially, I've noticed an increased emphasis on ESL or EL or multilingual students here at this school. I've also noticed more attention to detail concerning students who have a 504 plan or an IEP. This school is not willing to let students not try. I've been told that the school distinguishes between a will and a skill issue. And if students aren't willing to do the work, well, there are ways that, the administration is not going to let will get in the way, okay? And if it's a skill issue, that's something different, and that's something on the teacher that the teacher can, go back and reteach or whatever, and I'm expected to do that. But, my concern, like I said, is just that I'm learning a lot of new things because I moved to a new state, and it is much more professional here. There's more, again, we're not leaving students behind, and I think that that's going to force me to have to work a bit harder, but that's also a good thing because I love a challenge and, bring it on. But also, as I said, there's more professionalism here. I won't go into specifics of, the places that I've been in the past, but what I notice here is the way people dress, the way people conduct themselves, the way that professional development is handled. They say here that we don't have PLCs because we are the PLC. We are the professional learning community. PLC is not something you can do. It's something that you are, which is what I appreciate. And you see that in the way that the school operates. Every day I have 30 minutes to meet, or actually 45 minutes to meet with the entire ELA team and discuss any issues, plan together. So I have that planning session. And then I also have my own planning session that I do independently. So there's just a lot more professionalism. There's a lot more working together. And, it's, like I said, I don't want to get into specifics. And I could name names of things, but you just see people carrying themselves as if they're in a professional environment. And I'm constantly told by administration that, you're the professional. You do this. We're not going to, for example, on days where we have been at school and it's been teacher in service and we've been working on things, we're told that, hey, if you need to leave, go take care of your business. If you need to go to the store and get something for your classroom, you can do that. You're the professional. And I think that that's great. And it motivates me personally to do my best because that respect that is given to me makes me feel like I need to respect the school, respect their time, respect my position here. Maybe people take advantage of that. I'm sure that some people do, but and they're probably dealt with in some way. But anyways, I do feel like I'm treated as a professional and treated as the expert in my subject area and what I can do, and I'm allowed to do what I need to do in my classroom. So another thing that I will say is the support. Like I said, I have a collaborative team meeting every single day where I can meet with teachers in my department, and we work together to plan together, answer questions, talk about challenges, and everybody is sharing resources. When I came in, I had 2 different syllabi shared with me that I could use. Whenever a teacher creates a resource that they believe will be useful, they share it with the entire team. And so we're all just using things back and forth, and I'm sharing things that I create that I use in my classroom, and so there is that just mutual support that I see from teachers, which I didn't necessarily have in the past, and it's really it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like if I don't know something, I can go to someone else and ask them a question, ask them to share something with me to get me by, I guess, and I appreciate that. And the last thing I will say here is students. The students are clearly different, and the behavior that I witnessed for the past 3 years, I don't see here. Now, you could say that I have my rose-tinted glasses on, but I do believe that there is a whole different, it is a drastic change in the students. Partially, I believe, because they have learned and they have grown accustomed to the norms and expectations all throughout their time, from the elementary school to the intermediate to the middle school where I'm now working. They understand what the expectations are. And the times that I've had to reteach or communicate expectations and found it challenging is really just a matter of simple redirection and helping students get back on track. So it's not like I'm just starting over here with a blank slate and I have to teach an entire classroom everything. These students have already learned, and they carry themselves and conduct themselves in positive ways for the most part. I'm sure I'll see challenges throughout the year, but it's great, and I love the students. I think that they're awesome, and I can't wait to get to know them more so that I can, do my best as a teacher and make an impact. But anyways, like I said, this is just my initial impression video of the 2025-26 school year. I'm enjoying it so far, even though every single day I'm coming home exhausted, and I've slept for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour just to recuperate. But side note, I am doing the 5 a.m. club, waking up at 5 and going to the gym each day. So there is that. That adds to my exhaustion by the end of the day. But like I said, that's what I've got. I'm curious to hear about your experiences here in the new 2025-26 school year. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you having a good time, or is it just too much? And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, all the good things, all the buttons. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.